Shelley Craft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the Sprott Stansberry Vancouver Natural Resource Symposium 2015. I have with me Ken Cunningham, Miranda Gold Corporation. Two symbols, MAD.V, it's on the TSX Venture, and MRDDF in the U.S. Ken, welcome to SNNLive. Welcome back to SNNLive.
Thank you so much, Shelley. It's always great to see you and great to get the story out.
It's good to see you, and let's get that story out. Let's get an overview on the company.
Okay. Well, since I last talked to you, I think we've increased our efforts in Colombia. We're probably one of the strongest junior companies working in Colombia now. With this tight market, of course, money has dried up, and it's creating all kinds of opportunities for us. I think the big story since I talked to you is the advancement of our Willow Creek project in Alaska. We've got a joint venture up there now with Gold Torrent. Gold Torrent is run by Dan Coons, a mining engineer with a great track record. And we're pushing this project very, very high grade, historically over 1 ounce per ton, and we're pushing it towards production.
What's some of the history on Willow Creek? Because somehow that name comes up a lot in the historical annals of Alaska. So tell us a little bit about it. It
absolutely does. In its heyday, it was the highest grade and largest gold producer in Alaska. The district was discovered in 1918. And the interesting thing is it was closed by the federal government during World War II because gold was a non-strategic metal, and they wanted to use the iron and whatnot that were going into the tracks, the underground tracks, for the war effort. So here we have one of the biggest districts in Alaska, one of the highest grade districts in Alaska that really has seen almost no modern day exploration for 60 plus years, and we've got the entire district tied up.
Now, I'm no expert, of course, in resources, but I will say that one of the tenets that I know of is it's always good to dig where they dug before and found. Am I correct?
Oh, absolutely. And in fact, we've got a mineral resource there already. Our partner is going to be doing a pre-feasibility study later this year that's going to show very robust economics. And we think that even though we're starting out at a small resource base, that because there has been virtually no exploration in modern times, that we're going to come up with 500,000 plus ounces by the time we're done. And these are ounces that are running over 1 ounce per ton. So these are ounces that matter.
So we're in some bad times. Let's call it what it is. 5-year low in gold. What are you suggesting is a reason why investors should be looking at the junior sector right now? And I know that you've had a lot of experience in this area. I'm not holding you to your word on being an expert about this, but you know what's going on in the market.
Well, the market is one thing. I am an expert on exploration and discovery. I've been at this for 40 years. We feel that Willow Creek is going to provide us some very strong cash flow, and we feel that we're going to make a major discovery. We think we've already made discoveries in Colombia, and it's just a matter of getting partners lined up to put a drill rig on them. Today, our share price in U.S. dollars is 6 cents, so this market is just really hurt us. But we still have a treasury of in excess of $3 million, and we're active, and we're going to be one of the go-to companies when the market turns around.
So Ken, I'm sure you've never been asked this question. How do you answer being in Colombia with politics, the government, corruption, etc.?
Great question. I get asked it all the time. It's a place that companies weren't working 15 years ago, and that creates our opportunity. It's a frontier area. The narco-terrorists, the FARC, those issues have been dealt with, and it's a safe place to work. We've got an office in Medellin, Colombia. We're staffed with 4 Colombian geologists, and it's turning around. The first mining permit was issued about 3 months ago to Red Eagle Mining, and so the government is supporting mining. And instead of ore bodies being hard to find, they're actually outcropping. You can walk up and touch them.
I was just thinking, if it's cold in Alaska, isn't it warm in Colombia?
It's extremely warm in Colombia. I tell people Colombia is a place for young geologists to work, not old guys like me.
So you'd rather walk the cold, frozen tundra than you would the desert?
It's very challenging. I mean, it's hot, it's humid, it's very steep, but like I said, we've got 2 projects where we think we can go up and touch what will be an ore body someday.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get your website out there before we move on.
I appreciate that. It would be www, of course, mirandagold.com. And again, our symbol in the U.S. is MRDDF, and up in Canada, we're MAD. Thank you.
He's MAD, M-A-D. Ladies and gentlemen, Ken Cunningham, Miranda Gold Corporation. I'm going to repeat those symbols. MAD on the TSX-V, MRDDF in the U.S. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive, and we're coming to you live from the Sprott, Stansberry, Vancouver Natural Resource Symposium 2015. Ken, always good to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the chance to chat.
You're welcome.